Good evening and welcome to the news. The electricity tariffs has increased by 15 cents per unit for both domestic and commercial use. This is effective as from today. The Chief Executive Officer of PUC says it is the first time this year that the rate of electricity has increased.
This is related to an increase in the price of fuel, mainly HFO, over the past quarter. Before that, as of January 2023 this year, we saw a decrease in the tariff by 42 cents. And that followed in April by a further decrease by 49 cents. And today, this trend is reversed, and we see an upward movement of 15 cents. Largely, this relates to the economic factors out there internationally, the move by OPEC, the war by Russia and Ukraine, and also, to a little extent, the appreciation or depreciation of the rupee versus US dollar in the banking system of Seychelles. What would that imply for a domestic customer that is consuming about 400 units? It means that on average today, a domestic customer is paying about 745 rupees for its energy charges if it's consuming 400 units. With this change, that customer group will see an increase of 60 rupees on the average bill or on the monthly bill when the same 400 units consumption is maintained. In the commercial sector, since the tariff is a bit flatter in that sector, the increase will be on average about 3% of their consumption that they are consuming now. If it is maintained, the same amount of consumption, commercial entities will see an increase of 3% in their monthly bill of electricity.
All the 5 accused in the Firearms and Prevention of Terrorism case have pleaded not guilty to the charges against them. They are Mukesh and Laura Valabji, Leslie Benoiton, Leopold Payette, and Frank Marie.
At the start of the trial today, Mr. and Mrs. Valabji stated that they are not ready to plead. But for the court record, the judge entered a not guilty plea on their part. To be recalled that the case followed the discovery of a large cache of arms, the majority at the Valabji couple's residence at Mont Blanc and some at Mr. Benoiton's home and workplace. The trial has finally started after more than 1.5 years since the accused were arrested. After the not guilty plea, the prosecution gave a brief summary of its case to give the court and the parties a brief overview of the evidence that will be called in support of the charges. It will start calling witnesses tomorrow.
The Seychelles Fishing Authority, SFA, has officially launched its Fisheries Information Management System, on which all the data concerning fisheries in Seychelles can be found. The project has been financed by Swao Fish, which brought in 2 consultants from Fiji to work with SFA on it. The SFA Fisheries Information Management System was launched recently by the Minister for Fisheries and the Blue Economy, Jean-François Ferrari.
Today we live in a world where data is becoming more and more important as part of our modern day public administration and decision making. Whilst no one can ignore the merits of such forms of decision-making processes, dealing with data that is often unstructured and vast and a bit all over the place remains a real conundrum. This is where systems such as FIMS come to our assistance. It helps us to organize the data, structure it, and represent them in a user-friendly format that can eventually be used constructively by technicians, policy and decision makers and politicians. Recently, we have witnessed a number of such initiatives by various MDAs on various sectors of the economy. Our friend from the central bank told us that. But today, I'm immensely pleased to see that even in a sector long perceived as traditional, we have still recognized that data governance and ICT innovation also has its place, and what a very important place. As you are well aware, under my leadership, I have continuously pushed to have the fisheries sector recognized as one that is tuning into the future, and technological developments happening around us must be at the core of our business.
The Public Health Authority and the Seychelles Bureau of Standards, SBS, have agreed to continue supporting one another in the services they offer to the public and other entities. Public Health Commissioner Dr. Jude Gedeon and the Deputy CEO of SBS, Srikala Nair, signed a Memorandum of Understanding which covers primarily the different laboratory tests they conduct. The MOU also addresses food safety, a major component of public health, which is achieved through the implementation of standards that are either established or overseen by the SBS. During the ceremony, the Public Health Authority gave out tokens of appreciation to agencies that assure food safety in the country, such as the Revenue Commission and the Fair Trading Commission. The World Health Organization representative to Seychelles was also present at the ceremony. Dr. Mpazanje Rex expressed his approval of the MOU and assured the two entities of the organization's continuous support.
We know that, yes, once you set the standards like that, it's always difficult to maintain. But we know for sure that you are up for it. And I want to congratulate really the Public Health Agency and the Bureau of Standards today. This signing of the MOU, really it's a very good gesture of showing how you are consolidating the capacities that exist at country level in order to further and advance the food safety requirements. So for me, on behalf of WHO, I look forward to continue to support really the Minister of Health in advancing food safety in Seychelles, and indeed knowing that it's an area that is continuing to increase in science, we will be on our side, try to bring whatever is doable and whatever we think Seychelles can lead in the region.
The Fair Trading Commission, FTC, has launched the second part of its educational campaign for consumer rights by putting up several posters around Mahé to educate people about their rights. The main aim of this campaign is to inform consumers of their right to know the price of products, to receive receipts, and also to know the responsibility that goes with those rights. The FTC has received 74 complaints so far this year, 21 of which were for products and 53 for services. The Fair Trading Commission is putting emphasis on the need for consumers to do proper research on price range and quality of the products or services on offer. Eden Grandcourt is the first graduate of the international school to receive the President's Cup. Eden is amongst 38 ex-A-level students or Year 13 students who graduated after sitting for their Cambridge exams last month. Eden sat for A-levels, maths, history, economics, and chemistry. He joined the international school at S4 level 4 years ago upon his return from Abu Dhabi, where he pursued his primary and part of his secondary education.
I don't think I was expecting to win the cup. I have a lot of classmates that also deserve this cup. They've done excellent work. And this cup to me, I think, means the work of my family, my friends, my teachers, and also the hard work I put in studying as well. If I want to give thanks, I want to give thanks to my family, my teachers, the school for everything they've done to help with my education. I'm planning to go to the UK to study economics, like in an undergraduate degree. I'm planning to take a gap year and then I'll leave in 2024.
We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching.